There's a high drive into deep right field. Going back, Tatis at the warning track, at the wall. Goodbye!
Deep to right field, ranging back Tatis, all the way to the wall.
Get into the gap. Is anybody there? No. There it comes. And the throw. Not in time. And this one is over.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Humm Baby Baseball channel. It's time for another Giants post-game show, and today, unfortunately, it's a tight game. Giants continue to struggle with runners in scoring position. Did get a couple hits today, actually go 3 for 14 with runners in scoring position. No home runs the entire homestand. When's the last home run the Giants have hit? Anyway, they lose 5-4 to the Tigers, unable to get the sweep. I mean, it's okay to win this series. You're not going to win every single game, but like I said, right now the Giants are in a situation where they have to win the vast majority of games. We can take a loss here. I said they can lose up to 3 games between now and that White Sox series. Here's one down. Here's one. And now Atlanta's coming. That's going to be tough. We're going to find out a lot over the next 4 games, but we do have to recap this one. And I have to say hello to everyone in the chat, to include Tommy Hugsley, by Victor, a below-average team. Tommy Hugsley, losers, Lahoo to hers. Warlock 9148. That was not a strike. Our run differential is not good, by Victor. Birdsong isn't all that great. I mean, he's a rook. Remember when Webb was a rook back in 2017, 2018? I mean, he wasn't reliable all the time. He had good games and bad, but now he's our ace. It does take time, and yeah, you don't want to rely on a full of rookies. We do have a couple. Manuel Zavala, I can't believe they lost a game that was in their hand. Threw the game away. Gave it away by doing that. In my opinion, that sucked. Luke Jackson, hold up. DFA, I thought we got rid of him. Then we send him off packing to ATL. Back, though, tomorrow. Giants' number 2 team who is bad in runners in scoring position along with the White Sox. That's not a surprise at all. That's not a surprise. Why can't we sweep anyone? 1 sweep all year. Great day today for Chapman, but yeah, Ramos, I was really hopeful. I got fooled a little bit. They had the game day on. I turned it on as I was getting the post game ready, and they had like a little graph that showed the field, and kind of, I guess it's a new thing, and it shows where the ball goes as they hit it. I was like, oh, that's cool. And Ramos was up, had the radio on, but I thought maybe the thing was ahead, and it showed a ball go like out into the stand, like a home run. I was like, oh, did he? I thought Ramos went deep for a second, but it wasn't. It was just a mistake in that little graph. I can maybe show it to you in a live game right now. But anyway, as is, he ends up striking out. Giants ends up losing the game. Not a good day for Ramos. Ramos is an all-star this year, but you can't complain about I don't think you can really complain about a guy who made the all-star team, has had a great year. It's a long year. There's going to be some ups and downs. But at the end of the day, this would have been nice to have this win. This would have been very nice to have this win. Everything's pretty much final right now, actually. I'm looking at it, except, the Dodgers and Pirates are playing. It's a tie game. Let's go Pirates. But, yeah, like here, right here, you can see how the ball, it's showing that little baseball field where the ball is going. And it showed a pitch come in, and then it showed the ball flying over the right field wall. And I thought that Ramos had hit a home run. But I guess it was a foul ball, and they just screwed up. Mama told me there would be Mama told me there were days. That's a good song. Here. There'd be days like this, my mama said. If any of you negative people realize we play the Braves next, and they are leaking oil. Braves are struggling, but I'm a little worried about that. I'm a little worried that they're going to get because they're going to be really, really dedicated to win. But Giants got to keep that losing streak going. Do you think that Birdsong is going to be sent down for Keaton Wynn? I mean, Keaton Wynn has been hurt, and he was supposed to be a part of this team this year. So if he's looking good, then it'll be fine. But I thought he was my understanding was he was out for the season. But is Keaton Wynn pitching again? In the minors, I feel like a couple weeks back, he was pretty much put on the shelf. I don't think we're going to see him again, but correct me if I'm wrong on that. Patrick Bailey needs to get it going on offense. When he can, we can excel. Just as Giants are winners. Just not today. Just not today. Are we talking about this again? By Victor? Holy Moses. No politics. Eric, if you're going to have a 1-4 game sweep, why not sweep the Braves? That would be nice. No, it's all good by Victor. Just don't want to get anyone too fired up. We're fired up enough over baseball. Ramos didn't show up. No Ramos song today. Nope, not today. And no Bye Bye Baby today. Eric, do you think the Giants played poorly today? Did you think they played poorly? No, I'm not. It was a close game. They lost 5-4. We're not going to go 162-0. And we're not going to win every game. I said I can allow 3 losses between now and the White Sox series. They could have hit a little better with runners in scoring position. We had a leadoff triple and then a ground and the guy gets thrown out. Was that Chapman with the leadoff triple? And you blow it, gets thrown out, gets in a rundown. Not Chapman's fault there, but stuff like that, like opportunities and opportunities and opportunities. And Giants should have scored probably 6 or 7 runs based on how many runners in scoring. You get 14 runners in scoring position, I expect at least 4 to 5 hits, at least. They got 3. Which I guess it could have been worse, but we will recap it. But no, I mean, I didn't play terribly today. Chapman had a good day. Fitzgerald had a couple of hits today. Encarnacion had a hit. Conforto had a hit, a nice double from Encarnacion. And Wade Jr. Didn't do much, but he did get on base a lot. He got on base. He didn't do much as far as hitting the ball hard, but he got on base 3 times and made stuff happen. So that's what he does. That's what he's best at. So pitching wise, I mean, the bullpen came in and held it close. It was Hayden Birdsong, didn't have a great day today, but as a team, it was a good effort, but just a little too short today. Yeah, they look good. They just lost. Didn't look great, but they didn't look terrible. Nothing new. The team's average with runners in scoring position is atrocious, has been all year long. And a big statement has to be made as we go into this series against the Atlanta Braves. And I know the Braves have been playing not great. They lost today to the freaking Rockies. They are in a free fall, okay? Straight up free. Dun, 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 free falling is the Atlanta Braves right now, but I'm literally not like thinking, oh, Braves suck, we're going to sweep them just because they've lost. How are they still on a losing streak? Did they finally win a game? I think they finally won a game, but they're 3-7 in their last 10, and they're just having a hard time right now. That's a good thing. I'd rather them in a losing streak than a winning streak, but at the same time, it's a little concerning because you know they're going to be hyper focused. You're in trouble right now. This series is this is the biggest series of the year coming up. Braves, Giants. It's not close. This is the biggest series of the year. Forget the Dodgers. I mean, yeah, still I'll root against the Dodgers, but actually, in reality, it's probably, correct me if I'm wrong. Forget about our fandom and forget about emotions. Is it better for the Giants if the Dodgers win? And beat the Pirates, because the Pirates are still in the wild card hunt. Maybe we want those Pirates, get them out of here. We don't want to even see. We don't want to worry about the Pirates or the Reds or the Cubs anymore. And the Cubs are on a hot streak. We want to worry about passing the Cardinals and Mets. So if the Reds, Cubs, and Pirates can lose against teams that are not in the wild card hunt, is that a good thing? I think so. Any updates on the other scores? We'll check them out. You want updates on the other scores around the league? We can do that. Pirates tied up. Like I said, I won't be mad if the Pirates win, but I won't be mad if the Dodgers win because I don't think we're going to catch the Dodgers. And so the Pirates go ahead and lose, and let's not worry about them. The more losses they have, the less we got to worry about them for wild card purposes. The New York Mets just started against the Mariners. I guess we got to root for the Mariners in that game because obviously the Mets are in a wild card hunt. Let's go Mariners. Let's go Mariners. And then you have the Nationals losing to the Angels 6-4 in the capital, Washington, D.C. Never been, never will be. Just kidding. I might, but I don't know. Boston loses to the Houston Astros 10-2. Yankees over the Rangers 8-7. Any games that we really care about here? Miami over the Padres 7-6. And the Braves, like I said, lost to the Rockies, which is crazy. So this game, 5-4, we will break it down step by step. There was a bomb to start off the baseball game from the Detroit Tigers with Matt Vierling going deep to open up this one, making it 1-0. But the Giants come right back in the bottom half of inning number 1. Fitzgerald with a double. Lamont walks. And then it's Matt Chapman with a base hit. Great day for Chapman, making it 2-1. But then in the second, the Padres retook the lead on a Dylan Dingler bomb. So it's like Giants took the lead ever so briefly, 3-2 until the fifth. The Tigers were able to add a couple more there on a Dingler ground rule double. Vierling with a double. Those two guys just killed us today. 4-2. Or actually 5-2 at that point. Bottom of the sixth inning, Giants did add a couple more. Matt Chapman, another hit, a Conforto triple. That was 5-3. And then Gerard Encarnacion with a double, making it 5-4. But that was all the Giants had. A couple of opportunities to score. They would get base runners and just leave them. The Chapman triple, how do you blow that? The tying run in the eighth, and then Canna. I mean, it's not entirely his fault, but you hit the ball, and then Chapman gets in a rundown. It's like, great. That blew that, and the Giants couldn't score. So that's it. That's your recap brought to you by Victor. Ramos needs to go back to triple. That sounds, after what they did to the closer, Doval, wouldn't be surprised, but he's not hitting that badly. They're not going to send Ramos back. Last 7 games, he's hitting 241. Nothing wrong with that. That's not over a 7-game period. No big. Even Tony Gwynn hit 241 over a 7-game period at times with 2 bombs. He's got 2 home runs in his last 29 at bats. Last 15 games hit 258. Last 36. Yeah, he ain't going nowhere. Ramos ain't going nowhere. Nick Chaplin, obviously not. I don't know y'all mad about Ramos so much. I mean, you can have a bad game. I know he was 0 for 5 today, but it's not like he's just been horrible all year. He's still hitting 284. He's got an 836 OPS. He's pretty much the best on the team offensively, unless you count like Babe Fitzgerald. I mean, clearly nobody's going to top the Babe. But yeah, he's been a shell of himself for a few games. Just give him some time. Give the man some time. You have to take care of your own business. You don't watch the scoreboards. That's not how you win. Oh, we still got to watch the scoreboards. Yeah, we take care of our own business, and we still watch the scoreboards because it matters. We are not in a playoff spot. We need certain teams to lose, and we need to keep winning. That's just how sports works. But you're right. You play to win the game.
This is what's great about sports. This is what the greatest thing about sports is. You play to win the game.
You play to win the game. Obviously, we're going to check the scores. Obviously, we're going to check the standings because that stuff matters. I would guess that he hasn't. Gwynn was a hitting machine. I'm sure he never went. You don't think he had a 7-game stretch when he hit a 7-game stretch? I need some baseball fans to help me out here. Of course, there was a 7-game stretch where he hit 241. Like, of course, we're talking about 7 games. Not, you're right, like not 30 games, not 60 games, 7 games. Of course, there was a 7-game stretch where anyone hit 241 in a 7-game stretch or somewhere in that neighborhood. But yeah, no, Ramos has a hurt thumb, so that could be affecting him, of course. I mean, we're talking about 7 games. If you know baseball, you know you have a 0 for 4, you have a 1 for, you have a couple of tough games. It brings down your average. Couple of line outs. You go through a little stretch. You ever never played baseball? Freaking line drives everywhere they're caught. Line shot to short, right at him. Line shot to second, right at him. Drive deep to the gap and a diving catch. You're like, oh my God, can I buy a hit? Can I freaking purchase a freaking hit? Those you go through those stretches over 5, 6, 7 games. Mark Cannon can't take a pitch or two and lift the ball. A leadoff runner at third doesn't score. That game hurts. What's our longest winning streak? Offhand, I don't know, but I can try to find out. Hasn't been. We're on a nice stretch right now. Just won 4 in a row. 4 in a row. Did we ever win 5? I think we've talked about this, and I don't. 4. I believe 4 is our bet. I don't think the Giants have got a 5-game winning streak yet this year. I don't believe we had a 5-game winning streak. 4 seems to be the best, which is not great. That's not great. Giants just can't seem to. I don't care as long as we start another 4-game winning streak against the Atlanta Braves right here, or win 3 out of 4 in this series. We looked at the schedule, and we're going to look at it again. And during this stretch, from this entire Bay Area homestand, counting the 2 games in Oakland, I think the Giants should lose no more than 3 games. There's 1. That's 1 today. Now, if you lose 2 against the Braves, I think you need to sweep the A's and the Sox. I mean, these are not. I'm just saying that's what I feel like they need to do to really be in this race going into the home stretch, because September's going to be tough. If you want to, if they end up losing games against the A's and the White Sox and have the terrible homestand, I mean, we're not out of it, but then you got to beat up on the Mariners, Brewers, Diamondbacks, Padres, Orioles, Royals, Cardinals. These are the teams we're going to be playing. Giants aren't going to dominate these teams. I don't see why we would expect that. So we need to dominate now against the A's and the White Sox. Those need to be sweeps, and need to do is hopefully split or better against the Braves. Split or better against the Braves. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I don't. That's insane. Someone's got to understand. Of course, Tony Gwynn hit 241 over 7 games, 7 measly games in a row. Of course, but anyway, that's fine. I'm not going to argue, and we can try to look it up, but I don't know how you would look that up. That'd be tough. I mean, of course, there's a way to look it up, but I have to do some serious research on that. So I'll get back to you guys another day on that. But I would bet money that Tony Gwynn, of course, has had a measly 7-game stretch where you hit where you had a tough stretch. Matter of fact, let me see here. He in July of 1998, Tony Gwynn went 0 for 19. There you have it. He went 0 for 19. You think he hit 241 during that stretch? That didn't take too long to figure out. This is baseball. I don't know what sport you think we're talking about here. This is baseball. It happens all the time. The players go into stretches where they can't buy a hit. Niners are fun, but if the Giants are a wild card team, September becomes Giants time. Do the research, make a vid. It's just we just get in our emotions like, oh, Tony Gwynn was the greatest thing ever. Well, he was the greatest hitter. He was amazing. 7 games in baseball, you're going to have a stretch where you hit 240, 220. It's going to happen. I'm sure during that 0 for 19, he was probably ripping balls all over the field, but nobody was, but it was just one of those things. What are we talking about? 1998? July 98, if I say. We got to go into the archives for some of this stuff. Yeah, he went 0 for 19. His batting average dropped from 312 to 334 to 312. Lost all confidence at the plate. We got the freaking articles up in here at Humm Baby. We don't play. We don't play at Humm Bay. 0 for 19. That's tough. That's a tough stretch right there. But, you know, it happens to the best of them. So I'm not worried about Ramos. Bet the van. If he went 0 for 19, he followed up with 8 for 12. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. No, you're right. He went 0 for 19. He still had a 300 average. But I can guarantee during that 0 for 19 stretch in July, he wasn't hitting that. He wasn't hitting higher than 241 over that 7-game stretch. I don't know how many specific games that lasted, but you figure out 4 at bats per game. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's about a 5-game stretch right there. Just that. So I think common sense tells us, of course, Tony Gwynn's hit 241 or lower over 7 games. That's just common sense to me. But, you know, to me, I mean, are you watching enough baseball? You know, even Barry Bonds has done it. Barry Bonds has got a 7-game stretch. He hit under 241. Ted Williams probably had a 7-game stretch. He hit under 241. But now we're going to start fighting about them. Bottom line is Giants lost the game. It doesn't matter anything else. And what we're really arguing about is Ramos hitting 241 over the last 7 games is not a big deal. And Ramos is not Tony Gwynn. Ramos doesn't hit 330 or 340. So the fact he's 241 is not even a big deal. You would expect that at a certain 7-game stretch, he's going to hit 240 or 230 because he's not a 300 hitter. He's hitting 284 this year. Had a tough game today. He'll bounce back tomorrow, but I don't think they're going to demote Ramos. That's a little surprising. Some of you want to demote Ramos, but hey, we all got our opinions. Who else should we demote? I mean, who are we going to call up? You want to call up Matos? We can call up Matos. Matos hitting 249 in the minor leagues. And we're mad that Ramos hit 241 over a 7-game stretch. Matos hit 217 in the big leagues this year. 217. So I don't know what we're talking about. Vote for Pedro Shanahan. Can we fight over Pedro Feliz? I like Pedro Feliz. Good power, good defense. Remember when he played catcher? Matos hit a homer yesterday. Bring him on over. Gwynn hit 429 against Maddox and 103 at bats with 9 ribeye steaks. Damn. No. That was 1998. This is a newspaper article. We don't play at Humm Bay. This is a newspaper article from July 17th, 1998. Tony Gwynn went 0 for 19. So we do our research like this here. We don't play around here. And we can go, and if you really want to go game by game, and I can look it up, and we can go to Baseball Reference and check out 7 straight box scores during that time and see what his batting average was. I can promise you it'll be lower than 241. So let's not even waste our time. Mato stinks. Maybe next year. Dreg Gayton. Paul, no. Unfortunately, Barry Bonds did not hit a home run every time he came to the plate. Not every time. Not every time. Every other time. No. I don't know why I'm going to grab my guitar. Giants lost. I don't know. I'm just used to them winning. I'm used to these W's coming in, and I want to grab the guitar and play Bye Bye Baby, but I can't do it. So let's go look what's on deck. Guys, that's baseball, man. I promise you, 7 games is nothing in baseball. I play. I didn't play at a high level. I didn't play, in the big leagues or even the minor leagues, but I played enough to know when you get through a 7-game stretch, it's like, even some of the best, some of my teammates who were really good, you like, dang, line drives caught. And we watch baseball. We know what's up. But tomorrow we have every chance to win, but we are taking on a guy I believe is pitched well against the Giants. What one guy who was up with, we're talking about Ramos. Why aren't we talking about Bailey? I'm a huge Bailey fan, okay? I'm a huge fanboy. I got posters all over my house with Patrick Bailey. Not really, but I love Patrick Bailey. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about Ramos. Bailey's won for his last 22. Now, I can tell you, Tony Gwynn probably never did that. So let's talk about the proper things. Why does Bailey get a pass? We want to demote Ramos? Bailey's won for his last 22. Remember last year, he got tired, or they were saying he was fatigued? In his last 30 games, he's hitting 179 with 1 home run. What's wrong with this man? You need to rest, bro? You need a vacation? You need some time? You need to go on the Phantom IL? Holy Moses. This is why we should have kept Joey Bart. Jiminy smokes. This man is tired. My man, you're 25 years of age. How old is he? 25 years of age. When I was 25, I just was like Forrest Gump, just running and running and running. What is going on? I was running. Folsom Prison Blues. Bailey makes up for it on defense. He better make up for it on defense. Does he really, though, Michael? I mean, 1 for 22? I don't care if we got the best defensive catcher in the history of the game. You got to do better than that. That's pitcher numbers. That's bad pitcher numbers. I mean, Mike Krukow can do better than that. Come on, Pat. I like you, man. I haven't talked good about you. I stuck my neck out for you, bro. Let's go. So anyway, I was just messing with Patrick Bailey, but he has sucked, though, for real. He has not played well. But what can we do? We got problems with our catching depth. We do got Jackson Reitz, who was activated, sent back down. Blake Sable. They're on the 40, man. I'm not saying they're going to send Patrick Bailey to the minor leagues, but maybe he needs to go on the IL. Maybe he needs to go on the Phantom IL or something. Bailey can't hit in the clutch. Sucks. Mad Bum can hit better than Bailey. 1 for 22. That's what I'm saying. 1 for 22 ain't going to do it. We're going to retain Bart. That would have been nice. Dare I say Schmitty can hit better than Bailey. Schmidt. Sorry. Schmitty. Spelled his name. I was thinking of Jason Schmidt. Yes. Oh, no. Schmidt would not go 1 for 22. Talking about Casey. And right now, down in the minor leagues. But what's up with Casey Schmidt? Why isn't he? Makes so many moves, I can't even keep up with it. Isn't Casey still? Is he up right now? Yeah, he's up right now. Yeah, I thought he was up right now. Yeah, he's here. So Casey Schmidt, yeah, he's here. But he's only in 174 on the year. He's one. Funny we say he would do better than that. Well, I guess we'll have a chance to find out in his next at bat. He's 1 for 21. 1 for 21. Casey Schmidt. Between the two of these guys, Casey Schmidt and Patrick Bailey, they're 2 for 43. Let that sink in. 2 for 43. You weren't catching 100-mile-an-hour in the fastball, taking foul balls off the dome. No, I wasn't. But every other catcher in the history of the game was, and you got to find a way. If you're going to be a catcher, you got to find a way. You got to hit. You know what I'm saying? It's a job I would never want. I don't know why anyone's a catcher. There's certain jobs out there, and I'm like, why? I mean, I guess if you're a baseball player and you want to make it, and that's the position you got to play, but that's a rough job. That's a rough position. That'd be my last choice. I'll start pitching before I play catcher. But no, I mean, you're right. That's tough, man. But was Buster Posey not a catcher? Benito Santiago, all these dudes were catchers. I mean, what's his name? The Hall of Famer. played for the Giants. Gary Carter. Gary Carter was a great hitter. How embarrassed was Farhan with all the accolades to Brian Sabian yesterday? 100%. Catchers get paid that big bucks. Sally tomorrow. Hey, man, I've been defending. This is the first time all year I've even had a bad word to say about Patrick Bailey. I've been patient and patient and patient and patient. 0 for 4 today. I mean, at some point we got to say, like, Bailey, I don't know what's going on, dude. I don't know. But we need to clean it up. We need to clean it up. Why did George Contos decide to start juicing after he retired? Dude looks normal. Because then there was no more testing. There was no more testing, and he can go hit the gym and start juicing. Thank you guys so much for being here. We're at 31 minutes, 34 seconds, and the ball game is over. The Giants lose, but we got to do our player of the game. There's not too many candidates today. But Chapman is probably the answer. Chapman, Fitz. Chapman, Fitz. Jelly pitched well. Jelly got out of a jam. Taylor Rogers came in and threw a shutdown inning with a couple of strikeouts. And Birdsong did not pitch well enough, I think, to be on the list. So I'm not even going to bother. Throw in your vote now. Just throwing Conforto, I guess. I like to get 4 options, even though I pretty much know who is it going to be today. There's only really one option. Eric and Truth, we lost this game in the 8th. Canna should have taken a pitch to give Chappie a breather. You know, you got to think about that. Yeah. I don't mind swinging at a first pitch if that's your pitch. But clearly that wasn't his pitch because he had the worst thing that could have happened. Take us out with a song. What song shall it be? What song shall it be? This song that was famous. When I was in high school. Hope you guys enjoy it while I let you guys vote. I was young, I knew everything. She a punk who rarely ever took advice. Now I'm guilt-stricken, sobbing with my head on the floor. Stopping baby's breath and a shoe full of rice. Can't be held responsible. She was touching her face. Won't be held responsible. She fell in love in the first place. For the life of me, I cannot remember what made us think that we were wise and we'd never compromise. For the life of me, I cannot believe we'd ever die for these sins. We were merely freshmen. We were merely fresh. The voting is in. Oh my God, I totally forgot about the freaking, I literally forgot about the streak. $4.99. Bob keeps it going. Love it. Thank you so much. Bob, you are the best. I was literally about to end the stream and end the streak. I completely forgot. Thank you guys so much for being here. Oh yeah, your song list 1980, slightly different. Huge difference. Yeah, Bon Jovi, this left feels right chords version. Yeah, that's that can be done. That can be done. That can be done. If I can remember how those versions go, but yeah, for sure. This ain't a song for the broken hearted. Silent prayer for the faith departed. I ain't gonna be just a face in the crowd. You're gonna hear my voice, shout it out loud. It's my life, it's now or never. 'Cause I ain't gonna live forever. I just wanna live while I'm alive. It's my life, my heart is like an open highway. Frankie said I did it my way. I just wanna live while I'm alive. It's my life. Per the request, this left feels right. I almost blew it. That wouldn't be the first time. It wouldn't be the first time. It won't be the last time. The streak is still on. My best game in college is 0 for 4. That's your best game? Holy Moses, Bob Best. Hey, you played college ball. That's all that counts. That's a rarity. Matt Williams blew it. He can do your 80s. Tough loss, Calvin. Giants don't win it, but the player of the game today is indeed Matt Chapman with a 79% of the vote. Thank you guys for voting. Oh yeah, your streak, my streak. I almost blew my streak. I swear I was not even thinking about super chats. Like I was just depressed. We lost the game, and I was just going through the stream, talking baseball, and it just completely blanked that that we were about to end the streak. So thank you, Bob Best, for keeping. Jason Corona must be working. Thank you guys so much. I do appreciate everyone being here. We'll be back again. Giants taking on the Braves. It's going to be Blake Snell facing Chris Sale, who is a very good pitcher. Obviously, I don't know if he's a Hall of Famer. Is that going too far? I'd have to look at his stats, but he's obviously been around a long time. He's had a very good career. I don't think 133 wins is going to be enough, but he's got just over 3 ERA. How old is he? He's only 35. He could, if he a few more good seasons, you never know. He could get that win total up to 200. He could get some votes. I don't know. Chris Sale may fall a little short. But Blake Snell, speaking of future Hall of Fame, Blake Snell's got a shot. Blake Snell's got a shot to get in wearing a Giants hat if he can stay here. And we need to extend this man. We need to extend this man. Let's freaking go so he never misses another spring training again. Tomorrow, I got the Giants winning by the score of 4-1. Let's go, Giants. Don't forget my prediction. And we watch out for you, pal. Thank you, Bob Best. Thank you, Bob Best. Appreciate everyone. Not even close to a Hall of Fame, says Spencer Stewart. Well, not really, but he's not retired yet. You got to give a man time. Give a man time. Let's not forget something about Chris Sale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 straight All-Star teams. 7 straight finishing in the top 5 for the Cy Young, or the top 6 for the Cy Young. 6th, 5th, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 2nd, 4th. That's a peak right there. And with this comeback here, leading the league in ERA, leading the league in wins, I think I wouldn't say he's not even close, in my opinion. I don't think he gets in if he retired today. I wouldn't say he's not even close. But that's just me. I think with this resurgence he's having right now, he's got a shot if he can really put like right now, yes. Let's just say he wins the Cy Young this year, which he's got a chance to do. Let's say he wins the Cy Young this year and then has like 2 or 3 more all-star caliber seasons. He's in. You know what I'm saying? So it's not impossible. It's never impossible. What have we learned? The best can have a bad day. Tomorrow it is, and you don't, man, Giants lose tomorrow, then we start to feel really scared. Giants lose on Tuesday, then we start to panic. So let's go. Because remember, Giants are still over 500, 61-59. Do not even think about starting to get back to 500. Don't even think about going back to 500. Until then, guys, tomorrow we'll rest well, relax, and we'll see you then. Thank you so much. That's all I got. Peace.
He is stopping. He's going back. He's going to run down. Ball gets away. This one's over.
Oh, my freaking goodness.
But I got the Twins signing Carlos Correa.
Dead passing has the Giants getting Chris Bryant.
I am taking the Atlanta Braves.
We were I don't know, I don't have a word to describe us tonight. And it just, I don't know what happens to us in our home building. And we should be embarrassed. I am. Obviously, I'm not doing a good enough job to get the team ready in these type of situations. I'm totally embarrassed by the way we played.